Hello students, Jai Hind, very good morning and welcome back to our QR session, quick revision. As I promised you that for revision of chapter number 2, we are going to deliver two lectures. One lecture you have already attended, and now this is specifically a next one more lecture of QR just for revising the topic of how strong acid and base are. Ultimately, the complete discussion prevails regarding pH. Okay, so today, chapter number 2, acid, base, and salt. Okay, and today in lecture 2 of QR, our main target remains just to discuss the strength of acid and base and strength of acid and base. Strength of acid and base has direct connection with concentration of ions, as you all know. Concentration of ion, understand, on the concentration of ion only the strength of acid and base depends. That is what we are targeting in today's lecture number 2 for QR. Okay. Now see, dear student, what we are discussing today, the topic of, and mind one thing very well, that we are not going to discuss those topics, importance of pH for existence of living being, for stopping tooth decay and all this, that you can just read and understand. My target is that I want to explain that short note of pH, and I want to interact with you some of the MCQs and one line which are related with pH scale. Okay. So dear student, as you all know, strength of acid and base depends on concentration of ion. You all know very well that acid always release H plus ion, base always release OH minus ion. This you can call hydroxide ion, and this is called hydrogen ion. Understand? Right? So one thing is clear, that strength of the acid depends on concentration of H plus ion, and strength of the base depends on concentration of OH minus ion. That you all know very well. In fact, you also know that when you dissolve, and this is all is happening always in solution, that you all know. Without preparing aqueous solution of acid and base, you cannot guess its chemical properties. So when acid is dissolved in water, it releases H plus ion, that we all know very well. But at the same time, you should note down one fact also, that hydrogen ion cannot exist independently. It always combine with the water molecule and form H3 or plus ion. So actually, dear student, throughout our lecture, we will never speak H plus. We will try to speak hydronium ion H3O plus. So strength of the acid depends on concentration of H3O plus ion, and strength of base depends on concentration of hydroxide ion. As you all know, more concentration of H3O plus ion in solution, that means solution is more acidic. Okay, maximum concentration of OH minus ion in solution, that means the solution is more basic. This is clear in our mind. Acidity depends on concentration of H3O plus ion, and basicity depends on concentration of OH minus ion. Now, when the solutions are in front of you, and if you are asked to assess out or analyze which solution is acidic, suppose in front of you there are four solutions, or suppose three solutions are kept, and all three solutions are suppose acidic, and you are asked to compare. How can you compare? There are some such word are not going to come to your help, like more, less. Okay. Here, if you want to compare acidity of three solution, you need some exact measure for mentioning the acidity of a substance. Understand? And that's why the scientists of the world felt a clean requirement for designing some scale for mentioning accurate measurement of acidity, and that scale is known as you all know by the name, pH scale, which was first designed by a biochemist of Denmark, S.P.L. Sorensen. You need to remember the name of that scientist. Understand? Because it may happen that they can ask the name of the scientist who actually designed the scale of pH, S.P.L. Sorensen. You need to remember this. Okay? Now, dear student, pH scale is designed for which purpose, that you must have understood? To exactly predict the acidity of any substance. For exact prediction only, the pH scale was designed. Okay? Now, dear student, let us try to define pH scale. As I already told you, and even in my regular lecture, I have told you that when you give the definition, please be precise. First, you remember this way. Okay? Right? How can you define pH scale from just this symbolic formula of pH scale? You can define it in this way. pH can be defined as negative logarithm to the base 10 of hydrogen ion concentration in, can you mention the unit? Concentration is always measured in which unit? You have to write either mole per liter, or you can simply write M. M can be spoken as molar. So either you speak molar or you speak mole per liter. Both are going to be exact unit. Okay. So how can you define pH scale? pH scale can be defined as, start from here, negative logarithm to the base 10 of hydrogen ion concentration in mole per liter. This is the basic definition of pH scale. Whatever any solution when given to you, and if you want to find the pH of that solution, understand, then you need to know the concentration of hydrogen ion present in it. Understand? So, if you know the concentration of hydrogen ion, you are able to find pH. Okay. Now, here one more thing, dear student, which I want to share with you. pH scale definition you know. Suppose in exam, they ask you such a type of question. Suppose we discuss, okay? If they ask such type of question, explain. Suppose, explain pH plus POH equal to 14. Suppose they ask in exam, how will you explain this? Suppose maybe in 2 marks or 3 marks they can ask it. That explain pH plus POH equal to 14. So dear student, remember one thing clearly. This can be asked in 2 or 3 marks. Which are those statements which you need to write when you are answering this question? You all know very well that pH and POH are ultimately complementary, that you all know. Okay. Now, if I want to prove that pH plus POH equals to 14, so how can I write this? Try to understand. To prove this, you have to take a sample of distilled water. Okay. You have to, in exam, you can write this way, okay, take sample of distilled water. Never utilize the word mineral water because they contain some salts. Here we want extremely pure water, distilled water. Now, when you assess out in distilled water, you can write the first statement, take sample of distilled water, then by calculation find hydrogen ion concentration in distilled water. We all know one thing very well, dear student, that distilled water is neutral. And when you say that distilled water is neutral, that means it must have equal amount of concentration of H3O plus ion and OH minus ion, that you must know. Then and then the solution will be neutral. So in distilled water, the concentration of hydrogen ion or hydroxide ion is found to be 1.0 into 10 raised to minus 7 molar. You can speak molar or you can speak also mole per liter. Is it clear? In this second sentence, you can write this way. In distilled water, concentration of hydrogen ion or hydroxide ion is fixed, that is equal 1.0 into 10 raised to minus 7 molar, or you can speak mole per liter. Now, dear students, some basics of logarithm which is going to help you. In ninth standard you don't have that chapter of logarithm, but here I am just giving you some hints which is just necessary and essential for this particular topic only. Now if I want to find pH, okay, then you can write this way, let us find pH of distilled water. Okay, let us find pH of distilled water. Now we all know the formula, pH equal to minus log 10 H3O plus. Okay. Please concentrate here. minus log 10 hydrogen ion concentration in distilled water is fixed 1, 1.0 if I write or 1 it is okay, into 10 raised to minus 7. Now, as you all know, next step minus log 10. When you multiply 1 with this, it is going to be like this only 10 raised to minus 7. Now, as per the rule of the log, this power needs to be transferred here. So, minus 7 will be transferred here. So, minus 7. What is left here now? Log 10 to the base 10. This is spoken as this way. Minus minus plus 7. And one more rule of the log. Log 10 to the base 10 means here 5 to the base 5, 7 to the base 7, 8 to the base 8 going to be 1. So what is the pH you got of distilled water? That is 7. If you find, dear student, you have to write in exam this way, pOH minus, this is compulsory in exam if they ask, understand, and here you can take OH minus. You all know very well that the calculations are going to be of the same way, 1.0 into 10 raised to minus 7. Okay, as usual, no step change at all, 10 raised to minus 7, then minus minus 7 log 10 to the base 10, 7 into 1, 7. So pH of distilled water is 7. pOH of distilled water is 7. So at the end you can write now, therefore pH plus pOH equal to 7 plus 7, that is equal to 14. So this way, if they ask in exam to explain such things, be very sure you can explain it in this way. To be more precise, first let us take an example of distilled water which is neither acidic nor basic, it is neutral. Neutral means it must have equal amount of hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion concentration. By analytical chemistry, it has been found that distilled water consists of hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion concentration equals to 1.0 into 10 raised to minus 7 moles per liter. Then let us try to find pH and pOH of distilled water. This way you have to show the calculation. pH you got 7, pOH also you got 7. That means pH plus pOH, 7 plus 7 turn out to be 14. So dear student, you need to remember this way also. Is it clear in your mind? That's why this can also be asked in one line. You all know that pH plus pOH is 14. So what is the range of pH scale? 0 to 14. This is the range of pH scale. Okay, right? Some of the MCQs, dear student, can be understood if you just keep the diagram of pH scale in mind. Okay, this is clear. Range of the pH scale is 0 to 14. That is one limitations of pH scale also. Suppose it happen in exam that they ask you out of the blue question, dear student, can be there. If they ask you which two are limitations of pH scale, student who are attending online lecture at home, always keep your material with you, and at the end of the chapter I have given one blank page for notes. In that you mention this question and note it down there. Suppose just now you are writing in your book, then take some strain to write the question and also note down few facts so that when you revise the topic, that is going to help you. Okay. Now what I am discussing just now, also note down in notes. Okay. See, what is the second question I just spoke out? Which are, please note it down in notes, which are limitations of pH scale. The first limitation you all know, the range of the pH scale lies between 0 to 14 only. So if any substance is uh, more basic, means more than 14 its pH, or more acidic means less than 0, how can we assess out? The one limitation is pH scale, is that is its range. So that is first limitation. Please note down that the range of the pH scale is only from 0 to 14. Second, pH scale is applicable to only aqueous solution, means until you prepare acid or base solution, uh, uh, until you prepare solution, pH scale is not going to work. So two limitations of pH scale which you can assess out. The first one, the range of the pH scale is between 0 to 14. The second one to note down, pH scale is applicable to only aqueous solution. I am reiterating the same two statement again. Range of the pH scale is between 0 to 14. Second one I am speaking out. pH scale is applicable to only aqueous solution. Students who are offline are writing in front of me, but students who are attending online, please feel me interacting with you even at home. So please note down in your notes these two very important point. Okay. Now, dear student, what I was talking, understand, the diagram itself gives you a lots of idea regarding few MCQ or numericals which they can design. Okay, let us see that. See, dear student, I am not asking you to draw a very solid level sketch of the pH scale for just getting an idea regarding the MCQs. Okay, just to understand. Suppose, dear student, this is suppose pH scale. Okay, suppose this is pH scale. Okay, you all know here 7, here 14, and here 0. And suppose this is pH pointer. Okay, right? Okay, this is pH pointer. Okay, now what is this marking I am not drawing, that is not required at all. Just you keep this in mind first. Okay, now let us discuss some of the MCQs which can be asked. See, dear student, pH 7 means what? The solution is neutral, that you already understood. Now, if pH goes on decreasing, try to understand this very important aspect. If pH decreases, means it is falling from 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. If pH decreases, that means solution becomes more and more acidic. Please mind this very well. How can I show by arrow this way? Suppose pH. See what I am showing here. pH. Take an example. Suppose, concentrate on diagram. if I am showing the upward arrow, just if I am showing for the pH downward arrow, this is the meaning of this. For acidic, I am showing upward arrow. Okay, and again I am mentioning one another thing. For H3O plus means hydrogen ion concentration, I am also showing this upward going arrow. Try to relate these three words. How? See, I'm starting speaking from here. See what I am speaking. You also just at home you are attending, mention these three arrow in this way. Okay. Now what I am speaking about, try to concentrate. If upward going arrow, if hydrogen ion concentration increases in the solution, acidity increases in the solution, pH decreases in the solution. Is it clear in your mind? Understand? This way you need to remember permanently. Means pH less solution is more acidic. Understand? Suppose, dear student, how they design MCQ. Suppose I give you four solutions. Suppose A, B, C and D, and I mention their pH, suppose 4.2, suppose here 5.1, this is 6.7, and suppose I say here, take an example 3.9, suppose. Four solutions I have mentioned here. I have already given their pH. Now, if I ask you a simple question that write all solution in the ascending order of their acidity. So you know one thing very well, dear student, that solution which has more pH is less acidic. You understood? So first it will be C, then it will be B, then it will be A, and then it will be D. Means more pH, less acidic. This way you can compare, and this way MCQ can be asked to you. And one more MCQ also I can design from this. Suppose I say that this four solution has been mentioned, which is the most acidic solution, so which you will target? Obviously C solution. It has which is more acidic, so solution number D, because it has pH least. The solution which has smallest pH will possess more acidity. Okay, this way you need to remember, dear student. The same thing, see how I am relating the other fact when I am writing it here. Okay, see pH, then I am writing basicity, and then I am writing OH minus. Okay, now I am going to show the arrows. Okay, I am showing this arrow, I am showing this arrow, I am showing this arrow, all are upward going. What does it simply mean is that if hydroxide ion concentration increases, basicity also increases, pH also increases. You understood this, right? So this way you need to understand the difference between the two. Here hydrogen ion concentration increases, acidity increases, but pH decreases. Here hydroxide ion concentration increases, that means basicity increases, pH also increases. So suppose means it is clear in this in this that if pH increases, basicity also increases. Contradictory to this, here pH decreases, acidity increases. Here pH increases, basicity also goes on increasing. You understood? So suppose some MCQ is designed for you in this way, A, B, C, D, four solutions, and their pH are suppose mention 8.1, suppose this is 7.2, this is 11.9, and this is 10.1. And in exam, if the question is looking like this, that write all solutions in ascending order of basicity, that means one thing is clear, the solution having least pH will be less basic. So how will you start? B less than A. Is it clear in your mind? Less than D, less than C. Exactly opposite to this. So this way you need to remember, understand. This way MCQ can be designed. And one more thing, dear student, can I connect this to hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion? Definitely. If I say hydrogen ion concentration increases, simply means that hydroxide ion concentration decreases. So when I speak, this can be also designed in form of MCQ. If hydrogen ion concentration increases, then basicity decreases, pH increases. Is it pH decreases and basicity also decreases. So this way also you can design twisters by yourself. Any MCQ can be designed. Understand? You have to twist yourself between these two concentration, because one increases, one is going to decrease. This increase, this decrease, this decrease, this increase, and that way according to you connect acidity and pH, basicity and OH. So just to keep this scale in mind, that will give you an idea regarding even MCQ also. Understand? Any MCQ can be designed from this question. Understand, right? So this is clear in your mind. You just keep it this in mind. Arrow, hydrogen ion concentration increases, acidity increases, pH decreases. Hydroxide ion concentration increases, basicity increases, pH also increases. You understood? So when you compare the basicity, you have to take care that least pH, less basic, more pH, more basic. Here contrast, least pH, more acidic, more pH, less acidic. This way you have to compare. Is it clear in your mind? Okay. So keep this diagram in mind, and when you are sitting relaxed at home and start thinking about that, keep this diagram in your mind and accordingly start designing some twisters by yourself. Okay. Okay, dear student. Now see, after discussing this, uh, I have already sent you one PDF, okay? From that, some of the MCQs we are discussing, okay? See the first one. What is written? You have two solutions, A and B. The pH of solution A is 6 and pH of solution B is 8, okay? Means one thing is clear in first MCQ. Two solutions are given, A and B, and their pH has been given. Solution A has pH 6 and B has pH 8. Okay. Which has more hydrogen ion concentration, and which of this is acidic and which one is basic? See, dear student, here pH 6, here pH 8. That means one thing is clear in your mind, that this solution is acidic and this solution is basic, obviously, and acidity depends on the concentration of hydrogen ion. So what you can answer, that solution A has more concentration of hydrogen ion. This is acidic and this is basic. Simple. See the second one. What effect does the concentration of H plus ion have on the nature of the solution? The second one. What is the effect of concentration of H plus ion on the solution? Quite simple. If the concentration of H plus ion increases, that means acidity increases and pH decreases. If concentration of H plus ion decreases, that means basicity increases, pH also increases. Understand? Third one, what is there? Do basic solution also have H plus ion? Then why they are basic? See dear student, basic solution definitely have both the types of ion. Understand? But they have means your answer has to be that basic solution also have H plus ion. Why they are basic? But they have more concentration of hydroxide ion than hydrogen ion. That's why they are more basic. Also, the fourth one, under what soil condition do you think a farmer would treat the soil with calcium oxide or slag dam? You all know, you have studied the importance of pH in maintaining soil fertility. If the pH of the soil drops to 6.5, that means it become more acidic. To neutralize it, farmer generally adds CaO or CaOH twice. And if the soil pH increases more than 7 means it turns basic. Farmer treat the soil with calcium sulfate, gypsum, that you all know. Okay, though this many MCQs we discussed. See, these 4 MCQ has been given in your PDF. Then see the next one. 5 solution A, B, C, D, E when tested by universal indicator showed pH 4.1, 11.11, 7 and 9 respective. Which solution is neutral, strongly alkaline, acidic, weakly alkaline? Understand? So dear student, you all know that there uh, 4, 1, 11, 7 are 9. So which one is neutral, having pH 7? Which one are acidic, so having pH 4, 1? Understand? Which one are 4, 1? Which one are basic, so having pH 9 and 11? So your answer, so you can easily say more acidic means you just have to compare their pH only. Understand? And when you compare the acidity, you will come to know about hydrogen ion concentration. Okay? So this fifth MCQ. Now dear student, see from PDF the number sixth one. What is that? See, number sixth one. Read it first. What is given? What is correct for acidic solution? There are 4 options given. H3O plus equal to 10 raised to minus 7. H3O plus less than 10 raised to minus 7. H3O plus greater than 10 raised to minus 7, and H3O plus less than OH minus. So you all can guess, dear student. When solution is acidic, the concentration of hydrogen ion has to be less than 10 raised to minus 7. You can relate this way. Try to remember. See, uh, in neutral water, what we have written hydrogen ion concentration this way. So simply you got pH as 7. So this number you relate here. Here minus 6, this is 6. Here minus 8, this is 8. So if hydrogen ion concentration is less than 10 raised to minus 7, then and then the solution is going to be acidic. So answer will be B. Okay. See the next one. Which of the following solution is most basic? They have pH 8.2, pH 9.3, pH 11.5, pH 10.6. What simply it means? More pH, more basic. So your answer will be 11.5 C. Understand? Then next one, which statement is incorrect, that you can understand by yourself. How is the exact pH is measured? So that is with the help of pH meter we mentioned in our material also. Now see dear student, the next one. The aqueous solution having, see one MCQ, see I have given, okay, the next one you read the MCQ, which is the MCQ which can be asked in one line also, okay, which is the MCQ, see, read that. How many times the aqueous solution having pH 2 will be more acidic than aqueous solution having pH 4. Here, dear student, when you read the MCQ, I do not want that you just verify from reference book and mug up in your mind. No. Rather, you should understand the basics of that. See, two solutions are given. One solution has pH 2 and another solution has pH. What is given? One has pH 2 and one has pH 4. Now you want to guess, you know that this is more acidic than this one, but how many times more acidic than this? How can you compare? See dear student, you learn in this way, that is going to help you. Suppose we know pH. What is the definition? Minus log 10 hydrogen ion concentration in mole per liter. Here pH 2 is given. What I am writing, try to understand. Minus log 10 H3O plus equals to 2. Try to understand. Some basic rule of the logarithm you need to remember. I am transferring the negative sign there. So log 10 H3O plus equal to minus 2. Now log is directly related with exponential actually. This is base and this is index. So this can be expressed in exponential form as this way, 10 raised to minus 2. Remember. Suppose I do for this. I am writing pH minus log 10 H3O plus, okay. Then I am writing minus log 10. Try to understand this. H3O plus equal to 4. Transfer the negative sign there. Equal to minus 4 and then transfer H3O plus, you will get 10 raised to minus 4. Now you want to compare. Suppose I say solution A and I say solution B. A how many times acidic than B? So let us take the ratio A upon B. What is A I am writing? 10 raised to minus 2. What is B I am writing? 10 raised to minus 4. If you solve it out, it turns out to be 10 raised to 2. So A equal to, A upon B equal to 10 raised to 2, that is 100. So what is A equal to 100B? So solution A is 100 times more acidic than solution B. This way you have to prepare your answer. Means they may change any here, right? You are able to answer any some one or two MCQ. I have also given a little twisted, less basic. That way also I have given, so that you come to know when you know how to calculate. Okay. Suppose it is a question about basicity, you just have to take here OH minus, here OH minus. When you are taking more or less, that means you have to take the ratio in this way only. So this is one MCQ. See the next MCQ which I have given is of the same type. See there. But there you are comparing the basicity. See the aqueous solution having pH 11 is how many times less basic then the aqueous solution having pH 8, you have to do the similar way and you will get the answer 1000 times. Okay, answer will be D. So that is the next, you know that pH plus POH, you know 14. Okay, then see dear student, the next MCQ. What will be the pH of aqueous solution of NH4Cl less than 7? It is going to be acidic. Now next one you see, I have told you that this way you relate minus 7 7 minus 6 6 minus 8 8. See the next MCQ. What is given? Which of the following solution will have pH 2? So there they have given 0.01 molar HCl, 0.02 molar HCl, 0.01 molar H2SO4 and 0.02 molar H2SO4. Now dear student, what you need to do is just transfer it into standard form. First 0.01, that means if you transfer it will be 1 into 10 raised to minus 2. So that is your answer. Understand? Is it clear in your mind? Okay. Then another one, 0.01 molar H2SO4. There, dear student, that's not the answer because it has I am just giving you the clue point. First is the answer. You may ask me a question, okay, sir. They both are giving the same one here, 0.01 HCl. There is written 0.01 H2SO4. So both can be expressed in the same way. See, I am just erasing out to make you understand this. Okay? Why first answer and not the second one? What is the query is about? See, try to understand this. Here also and here, this is 1 into 10 raised to minus 7, so pH 2. But this is not actually, dear student, 1 into 10 raised to minus 2. There are 2 hydrogen ion. So actually the concentration is not this. It is has to be multiplied by 2. So this is 0.02. So this is not the correct answer. This is correct answer. Okay. So that MCQ also. And rest you all know. Next MCQs you can solve by yourself. Okay, dear student. So my target in today's lecture is to give you some glimpse of pH scale. I am not discussing those narrative topics of importance of pH, but at least some MCQ related to that we have discussed. Okay, dear students, so I expect that after attending this particular lecture, all doubts regarding the pH scale must be very clear in your mind. Okay, those students who are attending at home online, please do one thing. Whenever you attend the lecture, please sit with material and at the end, please note down those important facts and points which we sometimes discuss. And even when PDF is sent to you, you need to file that PDF, understand, and maintain it till your board exam so that anytime you can have a quick revision from that. Okay, thank you very much.